doing today. I am Coach Lee Hill. I'm not sure if Dawn will be tuning in today because she's over in the Bahamas. She has, I think I know she's teaching some of the cosmetologists over in Nassau. I don't think it's Nassau, Bahamas. I'm not sure what part of Bahamas, but we tried today and do like a practice run to see if we can get her on, which we were having some difficulties. Wait a minute, y'all. Uh oh. Let me see if she. Wait a minute, y'all. Don't get me hyped up. Don't get me hyped. Don't. John, I
I
was just
can't
gonna
believe
explain it. I'm
it.
like, she may not come on because she in the Bahamas. She got classes she teaching, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, you beauty pioneer. Like, you know what I mean? We need each other. I need you. Woo, child.
The
Precious.
God is
Girl,
so good.
girl, you looking good,
Hey,
honey.
Layla,
Yes.
how are you?
We blending. What we doing? We got something going on here. Loving the
That's
color
the,
on you. Loving that.
likewise,
Girl. Girl, you don't know
likewise.
how happy I am to see you. I was like, where's my Dawn? I was like, I'm gonna do it, Lord. You know how I am. Like, I'm gonna do it. But I sure need my friend here. Where is
we're gonna
Dawn?
we're gonna push through.
Yes. We gonna push through no matter what, guys. This is Beauty Pioneers. We are here live. Don, you are live in the Bahamas. Shout out
Yes,
to my Bahamian family as well. How is it
yes.
going over there? What you
Everything's
doing over
great.
there?
The weather is great. What am I doing over here?
Yeah, what you doing over there?
I'm doing some classes, some training. Some workshops, getting in some family time.
Okay.
My family's here. We just celebrated my grandma's her donation to the bazaar. She's a Catholic, so we were raised
Ah,
in the Catholic. So
okay.
um, each year they have a bazaar. So
Uh-huh.
my aunt makes the best comforters. So the family secret is she has the number one comforter stand in the
Damn.
Bahamas. Period. So we
Damn.
all just volunteer our time
Uh-huh.
to donate. I said, Auntie, why you do this? Like, why you do this? And she said, this is my way for standing in the gap for all the people that need prayer in our family. Mother would want this. Cause I was like, Auntie, this is so much work. Like, why do you do it? And it's all the
She love
money
it.
is donated to the church,
That's
right?
what's up.
Yeah, so it was an absolute amazing experience. It's exactly what the doctor ordered for me. It's like, that shot in the arm, that
Right.
reality that says if they could make it, what are we doing?
Hey Megan, good to see you. I'm good to
Hello.
have you here. So you in the Bahamas. Wait,
Uh-huh.
what's the name of her stand? What's her stand, what her stand
We
say?
haven't decided the name, but they set up the little vendors, and hers is the number one comforters. Like that's just the sign that
Oh,
the church
okay.
put on, because we haven't really decided on a name. She does, it's just something that she does. I'm
Right.
come from a family of great cooks. All my aunties and my
That's how my
grandmother used to bake. So like when I visit, I always get a class in
uh-huh.
cooking. You know what I'm saying? Like all the new
Right.
spices. Like this time she gave me like a new spice, like pepper spice,
Uh-huh.
that she was gonna add to her comforter batter. And I just added to some tuna, some pasta that I had made. And when I said it was absolutely
I bet you it was
delicious.
fire.
Yeah. So I'm excited about tasting some um um culture food. I'll break my
Yes,
diet.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Hi,
But, yeah.
Mackenzie. Anyway, so what I
Okay.
was gonna tell you.
Enough of me blabbering. You can tell I'm excited.
Yes. Wait, did you have any steamed fish yet? I got an uncle here that he cooked it Bahamian style with the green bananas and all that. You had that over there yet? The
No,
fish?
I haven't. I haven't had that. My aunt just asked me what I wanted. So I'm like, I don't know.
You gonna
You
like
know,
that fish because
okay.
he would
What do you
tell me
call
to
it?
like now. Listen, because he from the Bahamas, so he's like, This is Bahamian style. This is not, Jamaicans have their escabeche, and we love
Right,
escabeche as well. Shout out to
right.
our Jamaican family or whatever. But we are, we here. We
Yeah,
understand.
well,
Yeah,
remember,
see if they do some
my
fish.
grandmother is from Jamaica.
Ah,
Yeah, my grandmother's from Clarendon, Jamaica, and she came to. Her mother brought her here to the Bahamas, so she ended up being born here. But her mother passed away at a young age, so the
oh,
Catholic Church raised her. She was one of the two orphans that of I think 5 or 6 orphans
uh-huh.
that the Catholic church started with. So they actually have a picture of her, at downtown.
Oh,
Um,
that's what's up. So,
yeah.
hey,
So,
everybody. Hi,
hello.
Ava. Hi, Mackenzie. Hi, your lead. I hope I'm saying it right. Your leads. Hey, Reese, how are you? So we are here. We're doing part two. I was like, it made no sense in keep because we didn't finish our
Right.
discussion. Don, I'm
Mhm.
loving that color. You know that color is very nice on our skin tone. You
Well,
know that.
thank you.
Yes, 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 yes.
Thank you, thank
So
you, thank you. I love this blend as well. Looks like the
yes, yes, we blending. We
yes,
blind. My
yes.
sister is here.
Look
Child.
like the global
Wait a
map.
minute. How you got better connection in the Bahamas than you do him in Florida?
Girl.
You can't make this stuff up.
Girl, we ain't gonna let us be great.
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and get started. Uh, um, thank you, guys, boy. Hi, I don't know how to say your name. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get into it. We talked about earlier, guys. We're talking about clients and hairstylists and their relationships. So we talked earlier about what we're talking about is how we can mend the two, how we can mend them together, and also how we can mend them together, build these relationships. But in order to do that, we first have to point out some of the issues that are going on in the beauty industry, especially when it comes to our community, our Black community. Right now, I have been doing coaching all weekend long. I do not have any available for this week coming up. So I will. I do have some openings on the weekend for those of you that would like the one-on-one coaching. We are offering one-on-one coaching. Don, I have to call you Coach Don. I don't know what to tell you because I saw your post. I'm not a select. I'm a cosmetologist. I said, well, what you want to be? What you want to be? Tell me.
Well,
So,
I'm not a celebrity. I'm a celebrity stylist. I'm a cosmetologist. I was just doing having a humble moment. You know what I mean? It's like
uh huh.
because a lot of people get so caught up in being the celebrity or trying to outshine the
Right.
celebrity or step
That's
in front
true.
of the celebrity, and you're actually you're if they're paying you right,
Right.
if you're being hired for a particular service. Now whatever the barter is, some people still are bartering. I am not, but in terms of, imaging or exposure or whatever, things like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think in terms of uh, where we are, I'm,
Right.
I'm, I'm just a licensed cosmetologist.
So it is official. Dawn Ferguson is Coach Dawn Ferguson. For those of you, she is also offering one-on-one courses. If you look at the link, if you are not subscribed to Beauty Pioneers, we need 28 more people to subscribe to Beauty Pioneers. The link is in the description. Please link there. And then also we have Beauty Pioneers at mail.com. There you can send in a request if you would like to do a one-on-one. Now remember, Dawn is not just hair and makeup, but she's also into the skin as well. So if you're having issues with your skin, acne, different things like that, you definitely want to get in a one-on-one with Dawn. Now, Dawn, I wanted to tell you, I was doing one-on-ones this weekend, right?
Mhm.
And my one of my clients was sharing with me. Well, let me take that back. All of the clients that I had this weekend were all when I would get to a point where I'm saying, do you have a hairstylist in your area? I mean, this was from Maryland to Detroit. I
Mhm.
had the same responses. No, ma'am. They're too
Wow.
unprofessional.
Mhm.
They sit around. The one that they were actually half good. She sat around and talked about the clients that was walking out the door. She was
Mhm.
loud. She stayed on the phone. My hair came out good, but it was just not worth it. I heard that like 3, 4 times. And you know, the crazy thing is, this is how I know we're in our calling, is because this is universal. It's not like, okay, you think it's just Miami because you know we got the worst customer service, right? So you thinking like, okay, that's how Miami is. And you can go to
Right.
McDonald's, they got an attitude. But when it is universal all across and it's us, our
Mhm.
community, we got a major problem, right?
Mhm.
So I
Mhm.
wanted to point that out because that was a lot of the customers were complaining about. Okay, thank you, Ariane. Um, let's see who else. Hello, Tanya Mathis. Nikki. Oh, she said it was like a rustling noise. I think because she's in the Bahamas, I think that might be the issue. So, you know, that's probably why. Yeah, it's a rusting noise, but hopefully it'll clear out. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. So that was really big to say. We actually know without a shadow of a doubt that our industry is suffering, and it's not just the skill sets of them, it's more also of the fact that a lot of us, what I was talking about earlier, when we go over what we were talking about earlier, as far as the hold on, let me see, start with respect and listening. Oh, it's getting bad, Don. The noise is getting bad. I'm sorry.
I can
But
hear
it
you.
start
I can hear you fine. I don't hear any noise. I could hear you clearly.
uh-huh.
I don't know.
Okay. Okay, so we start with respect, and
Mhm.
I wonder if that's mine. I don't see how, but start off with respecting the clients, and we were talking about some issues, educating the clients, right? And with the education, we were actually talking about the skill sets and kind of how they do things. We also talked about being transparent about your services, being able to explain it to the clients, right? Being able to talk about the products that are being used. You know, it's funny to me too because I thought about this today and yesterday. I was like, when you're doing consultation, you have to ask the client what products they're using. You have to ask the client what kind of scalp, if they're having any scalp issues, breakage, or anything like that. We have to ask those questions. Isn't
Right.
it really bad that we don't? A lot of us are not offering that as well. I'm like, how the heck? So it's obvious we're not doing. A lot of us, I'm not gonna say we. A lot of cosmetologists or hairstylists are not doing consultations. Now, I do want to point out too, a lot of times we get on the natural hair people and the braiders, but today it's more so from what I'm talking to from the clients and stuff. It's cosmetologists. These are people. These are women and men that have a license that are not doing any of that. What do you have to say about that, Don? Not necessarily the breakdown, just that part right there. The fact that on consultations, like how vital are consultations when it comes to doing hair, especially when you're talking about chemicals. How vital is it for us to be like more transparent and educating our clients? Right, right. Mm, uh-huh. Right.
without
Mhm.
jeopardizing the integrity of my hair, nails, or skin. Because the ultimate goal for every service is to preserve the client's beauty. That's the ultimate goal. So it needs to be clear, a clear understanding. You don't want, when you go and purchase something, it's just like what they advertise online is not what you got in the mailbox.
Right.
Right? But like,
Right.
I didn't know this. This is flimsy,
Mhm.
fly away, it's falling apart. If you wear it one time, the seams are busting through. So you have to have realistic expectations when it comes in the, and this is during the consultation process. If
Mhm.
you're just doing an online booking, I think some online bookings like your nail appointment, um, your wax appointment, things like that are really like personal, but personal. If
Right.
you, but when it comes to your hair, your lashes, your makeup, that's more in your face.
Mhm. Right. Exactly. Right.
Coming back and we sweating and
Mhm.
barely might take a shower once the end. So we have to be realistic in terms of the person's lifestyle. Now, somebody, can she actually maintain this particular hairstyle? Trust, honesty. Can she really do this? How many dishonest stylists that are out there? I'm telling you,
Right.
I'm not a licensed stylist. I just do natural hair. Natural hair. Why are you Why are you putting a color in her hair? Why are you coloring her hair if you're a natural hairstylist? Because natural
Right.
hairstylists are licensed to apply color. No color, not topical, no, crayon, no color. So they kind of maneuver their way into the industry. To me, that's a loss of integrity. You should really be operating in the spectrum in which your license covers. But a lot of
Mhm.
us don't because we
Right.
we want the money, and then when things go to hell, then we want to fight and have issues and challenges and all these type of things. So I think the first thing is uh, trust. Uh, you have to be honest in terms of the relationship. I have a whole list of things. Empathy. The well, she's coming out of a horrible relationship.
Mhm.
It's about building her self esteem. She needs a style that's going to help her transition. One just
Right.
came out of menopause. So you have to have empathy in terms of, okay, this, she might be suffering from postpartum. What
Mhm.
type of treatment? She doesn't have time to be bothered with her hair because
Right.
she's breastfeeding. She may be still trying to meet the household needs of washing, shampoo. Not all of us are fortunate to have a nanny, right?
Right.
Yeah, to help us. So she becomes overwhelmed. You might have experienced grief, and we all know how grief hits us all like a storm, like a ton of
Mhm.
bricks. So
Mhm.
trying to deal with the loss or illness of a parent or a loved one. So there's a number of things that contribute, that need to go on in that relationship, right? While doing that
Right.
consultation. So I think we really need to go back to the one-on-one consultations that we used to do back in the day. You know what I'm saying? Now I get a lot of referrals,
Uh-huh.
after 30 years in the business, to still be living off your referrals. Like, people are like, hey, I have a client gonna be down there in the Bahamas. She needs somebody for her wedding.
Mm.
Yada yada yada.
Right.
Are you able to go on tour with Lauren Hill? She's gonna be in South Africa for 6 months. You know what I mean? And so
Mm.
you say to yourself, um, no, I can't do this, but yes, I can do this. You know what I
Right.
mean? So you have to be able to have realistic goals to meet the
Mhm.
needs of the, and
Mhm.
it's nothing wrong with saying no.
Right.
No, Miss Hill, I'm not available.
Uh-huh.
I'm not available in South Africa because I'm not going to take any pills. I don't want to inject my body into
Oh yeah, that's
anything that
right.
I have to use to go and travel. So you have to look at your, your health and things like that. Oh, I'm going to go, it's
It
already
sounds
on my
exciting, right?
resume. I don't have to put it on
Mhm.
there again. you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds exciting, but then when you think about everything that
Right.
comes with it, you know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I wanted to share a story about that, and one of the things I want to say too, Don, that would, for those of you who not even paying attention, that would be really a great honor to do a one-on-one with Don. The cool thing about, and I'm realizing as I'm doing these, I'm like, gosh, I'm actually their virtual hairstylist, because I
Mhm.
can tell the client, now this is what you need to do when you go in. This is what you ask for. This is what you
Right.
look for. This is what you need.
Mhm.
Once you find out what they, because they're going to tell you what's going on with them, you pretty much are doing the same thing, right? So you know how that goes, right, Don?
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
other thing, so I'm like, man, I was thinking today, and I'm like, and when I tell you the appreciation from clients that are like in die hard of a good hairstylist, not one that just slayed. I mean, when they say slay, meaning literally you're not gonna grow your hair back. Hey, Keisha, not saying that type of slay, but you can slay, and then you can also assist them in whatever they need. And one of the key points you pointed out, Don, that I love, is the fact that you got to be able to listen to hear when they're going through things, right? So a lot of the one-on-ones are very intimate. They're very intimate because everyone is coming from different life. Some women are single. Some women are about to have babies or had babies, going through postpartum. Some women have had a lot of trauma in their lives, and then they kind of open. You know how it is. They open up
Right.
already in the chair. So
Absolutely.
it's even better for them when we're able to give them that one-on-one time. And I want to say this to hairstylists that is still wanting to be strong in the game, whether you're new in the game, right, or whether you've been here for a while, or you're older in the game, and you want to do the more the behind the chair, and you have to, the starting point to a great relationship with your clientele is, guys, your consultation, because it's just like customer service, any kind of customer service. A police officer, when they go to someone's house, if it's domestic violence or something is going on, they separate the two. And the first thing they do is they say, what happened? They ask each party what happened. If it's a party going on and a brawl break out, they say, what happened? Let's separate the two, and we're going to stay quiet. We're going to listen, because you know why? They have to identify the source, the issues that are going on, and be able to make the right proper judgment of, so on and so forth. So when a person is trusting you on that level to be able to speak to them and open up about some things that they may deal with, guys, that is the key. And then you can identify with them, because a lot of my clients, I was telling them, I said, listen, you're actually blessing me. Oh God, hold on, y'all. I'm sorry. I don't know what's today. It's the freaks come out at night. I'm sorry, y'all. And I love the fact that YouTube have where they hide it, so I can view it, and I'm like, okay, yeah. So you can call it. But anyway, I was saying that it's really great to be able to have that, going on. I'm wondering if that's me, because hold on, because I hear the roughing noise, but it seems like it's on. I only hear it when I'm talking.
I hear you
Okay.
clearly.
You hear clear? Yeah, I don't.
Yeah.
I hear the noise or whatever. So let me keep going. So the reason why I'm saying this, the key point, guys, is any kind of customer service, people just want to be heard. They want to be
Right.
heard. They want to know that you understand what's going on, and they want to be able to
Absolutely.
put their trust in you. But one of the things I noticed in our community, a lot of the women, their basic thing is that they cannot trust you. They cannot trust you
Right.
to, they just want simple service. They can
Mhm.
get it. You can get it anywhere, but for some reason in our community,
Mhm.
we're having a trouble when it comes to that. They just want some professionalism, right?
Right.
They want you to be able to execute. And one thing I will want to say too, Don said this. A lot of you will take on a job knowing good well you can't do the job. You
Right.
don't have no skill set. I'm like, a lady wrote in my one of my comments on one of my videos, she said how she went to this lady and the lady told her she needed a relaxer. And the lady was referred to, a hairstylist was referred, she was referred to the hairstylist. And she said, I don't want a relaxer. I want to keep my hair natural and this is what I want. So the lady was like, no, 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 you need to get a relaxer. So the lady said, she just said, you know what, let me leave. So she leaves and then come to find out she went and looked the lady don't even have a license. I said, so what's she offering relaxers for?
What?
Yes, this is in my comment. I'm like, you can't. And I responded, I said, what is she offering relaxers for?
That's what I'm saying.
And
It's dishonest. That
dishonest.
dishonest. So that's just like that's the bait and switch. Like you order something from Team or wherever,
Uh-huh.
off one of these offline sites, and it's not the actual product. This
Mm-hmm.
number four is education, product
Right.
recommendation. You
Right.
know, look up the stylist. Don't before you actually go through with this service.
Exactly.
I check out the salon. I check to see if the person is are they actually following techniques, sanitations,
Mm-hmm.
things, even with my nails, with my massage, all these personal things, beauty services that I myself receive. I just say no. I go
Right.
without it, because self care, you can clip your own nails.
Uh-huh.
You can polish your own nails. You can shampoo and find a style that works for you, right? You don't have to spend your money disrespected,
Mm. That's
right?
heavy.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to. It's like I'm paying you to disrespect me,
Right.
right?
Right.
I know you don't know what it is that you're doing, right? Because
Obvious.
you can tell and you can feel the energy style that for 3-4 days to do. That's utterly ridiculous,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? The expectations are delusional. Why would you go in and want someone to provide those type of services? You don't go to your job if you're not getting paid.
Come on, Don.
I dare you to go to work and they say, well, you would for a little while, but you're gonna be. I can't be going in here and I'm not getting paid. I have bills. So why
Right.
would you expect a person to stand on their feet for that time? It's like you're working for $1 an hour, right? So the
Right.
ignorance of the service requested is matched with the same ignorance, right? That's why you
Right.
end up with all these various issues in the culture. And the braiding shop is it sanitized? Why would I go in a salon or a beauty place and it stinks?
I'm sorry, y'all, for laughing. Because I know Don was about to drop something. I'm like, as soon as I hear why, y'all, Don a little bougie. So I was ready.
I'm not see, when you're clean,
Right.
when you have standards,
Right.
people tend to call you names,
Right. Right.
right?
Right.
Okay. I'd rather be bougie, over
Yes.
sanitized,
I'm very bougie, y'all, when
whatever.
I come into the place. I don't
You
care
know?
if it's a restaurant. I
Yeah,
don't care. I don't care if it's in the hood at the store. I'm looking for some customer
yeah,
service.
yeah. Because you don't, if you and I understand bacteria is everywhere, but I
Yeah.
don't want to pay to be getting sick. You
Right.
know, you have to be mindful of, you know, I should say, like I say, education is vital in terms the client stylist related. Are they capable of following through with these particular skills? And then you have technique tips, right? Stylists
Mm-hmm.
often offer a little tip about tips about how to care for your hair between appointments. This is the kind of extra that shows the stylist is in the client's
Mm-hmm.
and not the it's offering you. And then you have your professional boundaries. You know, okay, are you taking clients in your actual kitchen?
Mm.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
if that's what you're doing,
Mm-hmm.
you and your client is on a personal relationship.
Right.
Okay, they're coming into your home, and there's nothing wrong with you servicing your clients in your home. They tell you that you have to have a private bathroom. They can't share
Right.
the same bathroom that you share.
Mm-hmm.
So, at least in Florida law, it's legal to have a
Mm-hmm.
home salon. It's permitted.
Right.
So, um, professional boundaries, of course, need to be set. You need to make an appointment. You can't just be showing up at my house. You know, I service the public, or I could take clients between 12 and 7. You know, I'm
Right.
a public, even in your public, you have to have and consistency in the service.
Mm.
You
That's
have a,
what it. That's
huh?
what it's talking about here. Professional consistency. So you hit the nail on the head, Don. Keep
Yeah,
going.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
consistency in respectful boundaries. This is what they say. It's important to maintain a professional demeanor. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so you can't be smoking weed with your client. Okay, you know, if
I'm
client
sorry.
want
Wait, Don. Let me get through these before you go through any longer. Let me get through these real quick, and I
okay,
want you to
okay.
continue because you already done broke the ice with ladies. And listen, it's stylists that's paying attention because y'all, when I tell you it's been a drop in some cases,
Mm-hmm,
honey, these
mm-hmm.
sisters like, I'm not gonna show you how I'm doing these installations, honey. They just showing you the after effect because they listen, them videos, them people like, don't put that paper on my people must be going in town. Don't put that paper on my hair and put that glue. Don't
Yes,
do it. So
yeah,
now I was like, whoa, I see very little videos of that. So we are
yeah,
making an effect.
yes.
Keisha, I don't know the know is these new stylists know they are in the customer service business. Keisha, that's a new and old stylist. I cannot. That's across the board. Oh wow. Shauna TV says terrible. Tanya says fact. Shauna TV. I stopped going to the salon decades ago. My own hair, my own braids, and my own wigs. Period.
Yeah,
I hear you. I hear you. I added the period on that, Miss
yeah,
Shauna.
right.
Keisha, as the customers or clients, we have to want more than just a stylist who knows how to style hair. Shauna, I feel bad. A few bad apples spoil a lot of good businesses. That is so true. Keisha says, I'm bougie too, Dom. My money ain't not yet, but I though. Oh, she said her money not yet, but she's still bougie. Uh Double D says, I'm just glad EBT is going for good. Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Shauna says, Double D, EBT is not going for good. That's right. Do you have the same energy for billions going to other countries? Some that don't like Americans, especially black ones. I don't know what that's about. That sounds, what you call it? Don, continue with the y'all hairstylists. Please don't come in that high and smoking no weed, especially y'all
Yeah,
work with chemicals. Okay, keep
yeah.
going.
You gotta set your personal boundaries. You know, consistency in service. Um, consistency with the quality of service is key.
Mm,
Stylist does not does an amazing job on the client's hair once the client will expect that every single time.
right.
So once you deliver excellent service, you have the client, right? Long-term
Mm-hmm.
relationship. Long-term relationships, you're building loyalty with that particular client. Like I've gone to through I've done grandkids, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I've done the mama, the grandmama, and then now the grandkids.
Right.
So I'm three generations,
You doing the
but
generations.
so that's a long term, and then they're refer. adaptability. Like now I have a
Right.
client who's disabled. She can't come out of she they have to move her. So I have to
Right.
go with her when she sets her appointment or her family sets her appointment for her. It's like a whole rhythm. So we have to have the nurse, the assistant.
Mm.
She has to be lifted. So the whole services that we do are
Broad.
um
You
right
doing
behind each
everything.
other. Uh-huh. You know what I
It's
mean?
a it's a little
So
home health care in that and everything in that
yes.
situation.
So
Yeah.
it's a relationship. And of course she
Mm-hmm.
had a stylist before, but she didn't have the empathy, right?
Heavy.
To,
Mm-hmm.
to deal with her and her condition, right?
Right.
I had to set boundaries. That's not my responsibility to shower her. I have to remove this product, but she still has to remain within her dignity.
Right.
Right? Although license and all that, I had to serve in that on her head. So she has to be, you know what I'm saying? You have to
Right.
be knowledgeable of the care and all of, with the client. So,
Mm-hmm.
the personal connection,
Right.
ability to adapt, mutual respect. You could fire the other girl. I only want Dawn. Her brother says, Dawn, she's comfortable with you. She doesn't want anyone else to do her hair. Although she's bedridden, she can
Mm-hmm.
speak. She can't move anything but her
Oh
neck.
wow. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my
Now,
hair. I want you to do my hair to me.
now, Don, I just
Okay,
want to say this. I'm sorry, I just got to
go ahead.
interrupt. Here is a woman that is bedridden, but like you said, she still want her dignity. She still want to look like somebody, and
Absolutely.
she's bed. She doesn't have the luxury like a lot
Hmm.
of us to get up and say, you know what, I want to do this to my hair. I want to, I want to go pay. She don't have the luxury,
Right.
but she makes sure you take care of her, and she get the best service, and she want to make sure she look good even though she's bedridden. And
Right.
some of you ladies, I always say this because I am at a place now, and I came in and it's like 97% is us. The other 3% is other race. And the 97%, and I was there one day at this job.
Hmm.
The front desk people came to me and said, please, if you're gonna be working here, can you maintain dressing and doing your hair like that? Out of the blue, y'all. I'm coming from lunch. I said, huh? She says, can you please maintain that? So maybe that will rub off on some of the ladies in there. And when you go in there, I'm saying this because I'm like, they came to work like that. Some of them had beach towels holding them. Um, their hair, everybody was smacking their hair with the 199 special on the lace fronts. It was
Wow.
really really bad in there, and I'm listening to you talk about this lady who's saying, hey, I need my hair clean, I need to feel a certain way, all these different things. And then you have women that get up every day that don't care nothing about it,
Right.
that come to work and don't take care of themselves at all. And it's not a judgment, it's a wake up, it's an awareness. And that's what I think people need to hear. A lot of times you get offended what we're talking about, but I wanted to point out, here's someone that's getting it done in her state, and you guys have the freedom to take care of yourself, to walk out the door, to honor
Hmm.
your family, to honor your children, to honor
Hmm.
yourselves, right?
Hmm.
And take care of yourself and look like somebody, and you won't.
Right.
You looking for the 2 months to the 3 months to the 6 months hairdos. I just wanted to bring that out. Continue, Don.
Nothing lasts that long. Like
Mm-hmm.
I said before, go to the grocery,
Mm-hmm.
see how long the groceries, your
Mm-hmm.
groceries will last. Whatever we consume has an
Mm.
expiration date. So you can't think your hairstyle is going to last. It's a delusional expectation.
Right.
A delusional expectation. So clients to come in and say, well, Dawn, give me a style that's gonna last me for 2 weeks. And I tell them I don't have a style that's gonna last you for 2 weeks. They was like, what do you mean? I was like, I don't have a style that's gonna last 2 weeks. They was like,
Right.
well, okay. Well, give me something that's gonna last a week. I don't have a style that's gonna last a week.
Mm-hmm.
I don't have a style that's gonna last a week. I can
Mm-hmm.
do your hair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's
Right.
up to you to maintain your hairstyle once you leave. I'm, I don't do helmet styles. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't have when you go to sleep and lay down,
Uh-uh.
you have to care for your hair.
I'm not gonna let you slide with that, Don. Did you say I don't do helmet hairstyle?
No. No, I can't. I can't. Well, I really want this to. I want. You want a ponytail? I can give you a ponytail. You could probably
Uh-huh.
get a week out of a ponytail. You know what I'm saying? But
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna use the proper products on your hair that's gonna allow your hair when water hits to break down. Okay.
Right.
Okay, you be scared of water. Once you've been baptized in the name of the Holy Ghost, whatever that may be for you. Okay?
Wait a
So,
minute. Wait a minute. And I want to point this out too,
mhm,
that you're talking about that. Um, the fact of shame on the hairstylists that are doing that.
right.
So it's an equal thing across the board. The hairstylists that know that if you sit that on your hair for too long, your hair is going to be falling off and breaking out, and they
What?
don't care because it's just another dollar for you, you know. And shame on you guys. It's funny because I want to say this real quick. I was doing a video and I was talking about the '90s hairstyles, and I was like, you know, we always set the trend. And I
Mm,
was thinking about that when I was at the job that I was at, and I was like, if we set the trend, then and we say we know we set the trend because everybody was on that like shout out, yes, '90s, blah blah blah. So why are we looking like this? So
right.
either you believe you set the trend and you still setting the trend and you still taking care of yourself and looking good, or you believe what we were taught back in our ancestor days, back into now, where we go to beauty school and they tell us, my school, which was all Hispanic, right, that um that our hair is difficult. And they did a court when it got to the black hair, they did 30 minutes, and the 25 of the minutes was telling me how difficult my hair was. So either you believe in that, and now it's you're painting a picture that way. I'm like, they actually believe more of the negative than the positive, because if they believed in the positive, they would not wake up every morning and look like that coming out here to work. And you have leadership that come to me and say, hey, please don't start dressing like them. Can you continue to be a representative? You know how many people was in that building on the floor I was on? I was like, you can't make this up. And they already like, oh, you wearing heels? Yes, I'm wearing heels. I'm at work. I like to feel good when I'm working. And you understand what I'm saying? But then we said we set the trends and everybody want to look like us. No, everybody don't want to look like, they want to look like the ones that care about themselves. They don't want to look like y'all. I'm telling you, if you want those people that get up in the morning, that do it, and you in the line somewhere doing this, we don't want you. One of the girls told me she did hair. She said, "Yeah, girl, I be doing my hair, doing people hair on me." I said, "Who hair is she doing with all that padding? You wouldn't touch me because I automatically I already know it's so much bacteria up under there. So that's in your hands from you scratching and digging, and you gonna touch me? I don't know if we think that far into things. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if we do that. Um, Keisha said, did she say helmet? Yes, ma'am. Listen, Don doing the most today. I think because she over in the Bahamas, so she laying y'all out, honey, because y'all can't catch her across the water. I done heard it all. Keisha said, I done heard it all. Tanya Mathis says, we got lazy with our hair. Yes, we have. Keisha, I'm gonna tell you, my ex, Tanya, we got lazy with our hair. My ex said this years ago to me. He said, the reason why a lot of men don't like weave, or it wasn't lace fronts at that time. This was way back, but we were doing weave. He said, "Is it makes you lazy? It makes the woman lazy, and men don't want to be around a woman that don't take what's the word, Don? Take pride in the way she look, and especially if you with them, when you with a man that is well manicured and take care of himself." He does not want to be with somebody in the line and y'all steady on Kevin Samuels and everything else. Somebody, you want a high value man, a high earning man. I'm like, what? That's a whole nother thing. I'm almost done. Let me read these. We aren't well, Coach Lee. People who are okay do it leave out the house looking the way some of us have been going out in public. I can understand that. Hi Veronica, Keisha, girl, people leave the house with pajamas. Yes, they were at the job with pajamas on and fuzzy, greasy house slippers. Yes, they were there with that. Keisha again. Oh yes, she is definitely doing the most. We love that about Dawn though. Keisha said you're doing the most, Dawn. Keisha say, oh wow, I have never heard that before, Coach Lee. I'm sorry, my phone typo. Okay. Yes, Dawn is doing the most today. She done said, yeah, and when she brings it out, it actually sounds. She's very accurate. It does look like helmets on a lot of women head. And I did a video about, people say, when they say they don't like weave or lace fronts. Remember we did that video a long time ago, and we were laughing about it. But when I thought about it, I was like, it's not that. It's that it doesn't look natural and it don't match up. I saw a young lady that had a Range Rover, but the way she was walking around, she was ahead of me, and what she had on, she had some slippers, some bedroom slippers, and a pajama set, right?
Yes.
And she walked across the road, and when she got to the car, I said, "Oh, she must have borrowed that truck." There's no way. Like I was like, not saying like, but you don't want to match up with the lifestyle that you're presenting. It's weird to me, and I don't know why we think that it's cute. It's not cute to have matching pajamas and bonnets. It's not cute. Yeah, it's just not cute. You know what I mean? So that's heavy. And Dom, when you go back to professional consistency, show up on time. That's part of professional consistency. Communicate changes early. Keep your station clean. Right? Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna get you to you, Keisha. Professionalism builds reliability, and reliability builds trust. When Black women know they can depend on you, they'll keep coming and refer others. That is so. Now, one of the things that Dawn left out is that she's dependable. If Dawn makes an appointment, if we book an appointment with Dawn probably going to be there 30 minutes to an hour early. That is a big part of it too. You know what I mean? It's like you can come. It's over and over again. We focus on the person's gift and not the character. I was talking to Val about this. We were talking about leadership in the churches. And I'm not trying to dwell, but I just want to make a point of it. A lot of time you will hear these scandals with these leaders and in the churches, and we're like, oh God, and he supposed to be a man of God and this and that. And I always say, in the scriptures it say God gives the gift without repentance. So all of us have a gift, and a lot of times the thing that you're talking about with that person is their gift. That gift is given from God, so it is actually a perfection, right? So if he's a great teacher, if he's a great motivational speaker, because that's really what a lot of that is, right? If he's those things, that's that gift that God has given him. But the character is one of the most important things. So these videos that we're doing, that we're talking about, it's the character that we need to look at. When you say, the girl, it was a girl, and I did a video on it last week, but a girl was irate. She had a wedding to go to. She said the lady cancels for anything, Dawn. The lady cancel. She said if you're 11 minutes late, the lady cancel. If you only have 4 bundles of hair, she said, oh, what brand that is? Oh, she gonna cancel. If you scratch your head, she gonna cancel. She said if you bring your purse in, she gonna cancel. It was so funny, but I was listening to her and she was like, she's so good, but I can't do it anymore. She had to find somebody else, but she's driving and she's talking this on TikTok. And I said, that's her character, not her gift. If we can get to the point where we can understand their character and their work ethics, I promise you wouldn't have a lot of stories to tell, because you'll peep it in a minute. If you come there and she looking like, what she want? Like she doing you a favor? Immediately. You know what I mean? You're like, and you get up and leave, guess what? I bet you they check their attitude. But a lot of you match the same energy as the people that you allow to give you the service. And so you deal with it. And then you want to go out and you want to do the same thing that they're doing to you, the gossip, and you want to get on social media and talk about how bad they are. But I bet you, if you look in the mirror, or if you look in your history of things, they're only mirroring who you are. If you tolerate it and you've been there for a while, they're mirroring who you are. Because people who are not used to the disrespect and not used to anything, they get up and walk away because they understand, honey, I bring value here. I'm bringing my money to you. You know what I mean? I'm trusting you, and if that's how you're gonna disrespect me, let me up and leave. And that will check people. Yes, comments going down. Hold on. Hi, Haitian Ruth. Okay, Keisha, I was trying to say we are not well. People who are well in their mindset aren't going out of the house looking uncared for. Right. And I also believe some people who are not properly raised. That's very true. That's why I don't believe in judging them because I don't believe in that because there is a lot of women that don't have they weren't raised with their moms, they weren't, or their moms they don't have the etiquette, so they don't understand things, and it's our job to be an example to them, to show them how it's done. You know what I mean? But some of you know better, and a lot of you, not some, a lot of you know better, and you still do it anyway. And Don, I know you don't have this. Would a person come into the salon or come to you and say, "Hey, I need my hair done," and then you looking at it and they like, "Oh, this girl messed my hair up," and then you hear the story, and I'm like, "Well, how much she charged?" She charged $40. So you thought you was going to get a sewing, color, and whatever else? It's a lot rougher. I'm sorry, guys. You thought you was going to get that for $40? You got exactly what you paid for. So a lot of us will compromise because we don't want to spend the money. But you're gonna get it. You're gonna do it either way. You're gonna spend it now, or you're gonna spend it later. That's how that game goes. You think you're getting over, just like the hairstyle. Your name keep going. Guess what? It's good, but I can't deal with the ad. Before you know it, that over the high rate over go away too. And for those who on the Kiki, on Keisha, Keisha charged $20, maybe the same situation you will be in as well. You better yourself somewhere and need. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, Keisha, oh, that lady needs a 9 to 5. She does to do hair. Women have failed daughters. They dressing like them and come against them. It's IMO. Hey, I can't argue with him with that. Frank for that. Some of us definitely Frank. Somebody phone is. I don't know if it's in the Bahamas. Sorry for that, guys. So I only hear. Wondering if it's mine, and I don't. It's the phone buffering. Sorry, don't know your name. Your Wi-Fi signal. Thank you. So when I'm talking, I hear it. It's bad, and I'm not even talking. Hold on, guys. When I'm talking, hold on, y'all. Don, you can keep talking real quick. Let me see if I can check it with.
My phone's about to die, so I don't know if that has something to do with it. I'm plugged up, but I don't have my stand. I'm pushing through as well.
My Wi-Fi is still available.
Mm-hmm.
he said he don't know my name. Wait, Don, are y'all calling? Are y'all okay from the hurricane that was in the Caribbean? That's Jamaica.
Yeah.
Keisha. Yeah, it's over. Yeah. Are you guys having anything? Jamaica's not near us,
Oh,
but
we had any? We got a lot of rain yesterday,
yeah.
but yeah, that was it.
Oh wow. Frank,
Yeah.
I appreciate you coming on, and he wasn't disrespectful, but he's just saying the truth. He's just saying what a lot of us are seeing. Um, and I have people all the time come in and tell me, "Oh, you're wasting your time doing those videos." They're gonna, if I can get one person to open up and change and start caring about themselves, I'm okay with that.
Right.
The fact that when I'm doing the consultations and I'm talking to women who are like, "Hey, I have girls and I want to make sure that they're getting, that they can see me honoring myself, and you know what I mean, and I want to teach them the same thing." That's a great thing. That's a
Yes.
great thing. For the life of me, I don't understand how we can go for weeks and not wash our hair. I don't understand that. I just don't. And you have the audacity to pick about other people, other races of people, and say what they smell like. But what do you think you smell like when you go weeks and months without washing your hair? I've had
And
people come
I
to the
don't
thing
think
and say,
I don't.
I wash my hair once a year. Did you really put that on here? Do you really have a photo up and you're proud of that? A year? We got to do better, guys.
Mm.
Thank you, Frank. No, you're not wasting your time. You are pouring into your community. Yes, ma'am. Don and I, that is our goal, is to pour into our community, guys. Yeah, some stuff you may not like, and listen, they be coming for me, but I come back if I catch it. I try to do Don say be a bigger person and just what you call it, but I have to come back because a lot of times they be saying stuff and it's not true, or they're triggered and they're projecting
Right.
their own issue onto the community, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm
Right.
like, what Cardi B say? She said she Kelly Rowland and Cardi B had the interview, and Cardi B say, Kelly say, you know what Michelle say when they go low, and she was about to say hi. Cardi B say, I go to the lava. That's me when it comes to their hair. If you come for it and you triggered, it's best that you can send me a message. But if you come on here and you're triggered and you're trying to make someone else discouraged or anything like that, I promise you, I'm not going to disrespect you or whatever, because that's just not who I am. But I will call it out and talk to you in front of everybody. Because if you're bold enough to put it on here, you're bold enough to handle the truth. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Minard is an anti. Who is this? He has no business talk. Who is this? Veronica Jade. I don't know about all that. Um, please don't bring that energy on here. And Keisha, there are over 7 billion people on the planet that can access your information. Your voice and message is powerful. Oh wow, never thought about that. Keisha, a lot of us hate correction, Coach Lee. Yes, a lot of us hate correction. A lot of us, especially a lot of us women, we don't like accountability.
Yes.
We prefer being victims and a damsel in distress. And when the damsel, when the man tired of coming to get you out of
Right.
distress, and they hold you accountable, now they wicked, now they this or that. Like no, get yourself together. You understand
Mm-hmm.
what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Point out everybody, including myself. Everybody has issues, insecurities, things that mistakes we have made and we have done in our life,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
It's bold enough for Dawn and I to come on here and to talk the way we do, because it's the inevitable that someone's going to come and they're going to have something negative. Everybody in my life did not have a good experience with me, right? So it's my job as my own person to say, well, why did this situation happen? How could I prevented that? What do I need to learn from this? What does that say about my character?
Mm-hmm.
The best thing is to, when you want to change, but you got to be able to hold yourself accountable. If you're one of those people that somebody cannot say anything opposite of you and it triggers you, because you know you're probably wrong, or that's probably an insecurity and you don't want to change that, honey, just stay to yourself till you till you can grow and get better. Because there's no way for us to get better until we identify the pain points, identify the issues, and change it. Okay. My grandmother always said a hit dog will holler. Boy, we be having a lot of hit dogs throughout the week, Keisha. I promise you. I'd be like, what? Honey, and I have no problem. Honey, you're triggered. We got to heal. We have to heal. You understand? So, Don, you got anything else you want to share? Please do not, because you over there in the Bahamas. What? You done called, told the people they got helmets on their head. I know people
Well,
are offended when I say you talk about other people's hair is stink, but we don't like to wash our hair. It is what it is.
one
What
thing
are
I can
y'all
say,
thoughts on the food stamp saga? The media makes it like black women losing stamps, but data shows 72% of white women, that's absolutely correct, are on them. Your thoughts is it time for black women to try and reconcile with the kid's dad? Now, Frank, that's a whole, now you know you open up a can that we cannot. Now, Frank, let me tell you what we specialize in. We specialize in hair loss, skin, makeup. We are in the beauty world. Now, I would agree 100% what you said. Statistics show that even though they show us that are the food stamps and everything, it's really not that. Um, when it comes to the baby mama, baby drama, I never had no problem, so I'm not going to speak on that. I don't know what that whole world is like. But if you have a question about some hair, yes, sir, Frank. I'm sorry, I think I'm in the wrong room. Yes, if you have some questions about hair or something like that, you're dealing with over 50 years of experience here. We're more than happy to help you with that. But honey, I am not getting involved with the food stamp saga because, honey, that battle, I'm just not willing to fight for. My apologies, ladies. I need a wig. I know where to come. Right. So, Don, any final words?
um, the, the, don't run into your baby daddy at the club this weekend.
Oh my God, I
That's
can't.
my comment on the baby daddy issue. When you if you're gonna run into them, I mean, if you know what
Woo!
should we repair our relationships? Um, yes, I do think we should repair our relationships with our kids' father.
Mm,
If we can, if it's small, if you
yeah.
have young children, yes. But if you've age, then you have to wait. I think until your child. I mean, I don't think. Yes, you would like to. You could try, but you want to get in as early as possible to try and manage or have a relationship um, with your child's mother for the sake of the child. I've always really I swallowed my pride and communicate and work so my kids can have a healthy relationship because that's what the book says. The parenting book that most of us don't want to read and our personal feelings. And I do think you should listen to your child in turn in respects of the relationship with the step parent or the other person, when they've moved on, because a lot of times some of us have girls and necessarily the girlfriend and the baby mama don't necessarily, get along, the child, that whole complex or whatever. But I think communication is key for the overall health and the relationship of the child parent.
Mm, yeah. Yeah. I think I really didn't go. I went through a little bit of something like that, but then I hashed it out quick because at the end of the day, we love our babies. So
Right.
to me, at the end of the day, I didn't want my daughter to have those type of issues. I was actually married though. But
Mm-hmm.
the point is that you just don't want that for your kids. I think it just depends on how much, and you're not selfish. A lot of times, I've seen and I've had friends that have done this and I talked to them about it and things change, but
Mm-hmm.
you have to tell them, listen, The baby don't have nothing to do with that. And stop
Right.
telling that baby, stop talking negative to that child, because that
Yes.
child needs one thing. I'm gonna tell you, as a child, I'm talking about me as a young
Mm-hmm.
girl. Thank God for my stepfather who raised me from 5 months old. Don't talk bad about the I didn't get to know my dad till many years later. I think I was a teenager when I met
Mm-hmm.
him. And I was grateful for my stepdad. And I understood at a young age that my real father was not supposed to raise me. And the
Mm-hmm.
blessing that I had in that was my mom did not talk bad about my dad. And a lot of times you find women that, and sometimes even the kids suffer. They hate the daddy. They
Mm-hmm.
hate some of the women. They take it out on their children. So it's
Right.
just it's a never ending story. And I don't know if it comes with just maturing or just healing. It's a lot. A lot of us need to heal. A lot, like this
Mm-hmm.
young lady, Veronica, that attacked Frank, called, I don't know what she said. She got deleted because don't bring that energy here. He tell me he's stereotyping. Ma'am, don't bring that energy here, honey. Find somewhere to release your anger. Call you a therapist. They got a new thing. What is it? Better or something? You can get the help you need. Social media, and when we're on here talking about other things, is not a platform for you to voice, to call him stereotype, because he's saying the actual truth. Everything that
Right.
he said, and I don't even know him, but everything he said, he was actually right. And it's not, it's, if it's stereotype and you fit it, like Keisha say, hit dogs holler. Don't holler. And we don't need you to defend all of the black women, because we don't have those issues. The black women on here, we're not struggling with that. So we don't, not
Right.
everybody needs that. Okay. A lot of Keisha, yes, a lot of us need to heal. Yes. So better help. Thank you, Keisha. Keisha, stay on point now. Keisha say better help. Yeah, get you some better help and fix your life. But don't come on here with the foolishness. We on here trying to help sisters heal, because it's not just about your hair, as I told in my consultations. It's not just about your hair. It's the whole everything that you have to deal with. Don, we need that T-shirt. What the T-shirt gonna say, Keisha? What the T-shirt gonna say?
Stay away from your baby daddy.
Oh Lord Jesus. Yeah, precious lamb. So, with that being said,
Oh,
we
don't
didn't
run
even
into your
finish
baby
all the
daddy
stuff,
at the
Don.
club. I like that.
If Don phone wasn't about to die, guys, we would continue on. But Don phone,
I'm plugged up.
you plugged up.
Yeah, I
Okay. Well, what
plugged up.
else
I
we
found
got?
my plug. Yeah.
Okay. One of the other things that I've learned too is um follow up. Now, this is something else. Follow up after appointments. To build that whole thing as well. Is following up after you do a service with somebody. Find out, hey, how's everything going with your hair? These are things that, as hairstylists, we can look into as well, and taking care of our clients, that helps build those relationships, right? And
Yeah.
then also oh I'm gonna should point that out, but it also shows how you care about the client, that they're just not paper, they're just not about money, but you
Mm-hmm.
actually care about their well-being. I think that as hairstylists, we have to understand that it's bigger than just styling hair and doing hair. This is actually our ministry. This is our, it should be, that being a hairstylist is not your identity. But somewhere in that arena, when you're doing the work that you're doing, I feel like God will show you what your purpose is in that.
Mm-hmm.
Like how how we can do any kind of hair. You can do updos, you can do color, you can do all that, right, Don? But when you
Yeah.
find your niche, you're
Mm-hmm.
known for something. Like, okay, Dawn known for cutting, Dawn known for makeup. That's her
Mm-hmm.
niche.
Mm-hmm.
She's good across the board, but certain
Mm-hmm.
things she's an expertise even better, right? So it's the same thing as you go along. These are for hairstylists. As you go along in your journey, you will realize your purpose. Like for me, it took me a while, but I understand my purpose. I thought my purpose was just standing behind the chair, and I
Mm-hmm.
knew I knew I was done with that at 37.
Mm-hmm.
But this new thing, this the consultations and speaking to women and like pouring life into them and them pouring life into me, it's actually it's almost like I know that this is what I'm supposed to be doing. You know, that's like something I asked God for, because I see so many people that are passing away. I did not want to be a person that left this earth without living out my purpose, because it's many people in the graveyard that don't live out what they want to do. And you have in service, we have to be selfless. A lot of us in our industry are not selfless. I'm not saying create a charity where we just handing out money and stuff, like, no, I'm not saying that. But like Don said, you have to have empathy. You have to care about your people. You have to build relationships. And I don't think a lot of us are in our actual purpose, because you wouldn't come to work angry. You would be excited. We would be excited when we have clients. I'm like, oh, I'm doing color today. Oh, I'm wearing this. I'm hyped the night before. I done pulled out all my tools. I done packed up. That's how we are about hair. If you don't feel like that, walk away, because you're not doing us a service by staying here and destroying people's hair and telling them all they have to do is get a specialty license, and they have no idea what's going on with the other issues. And you think because you're licensed as a specialty license, but they have other hair issues, scalp issues, that makes you a hairstylist, and that's it.
No, I need to make it clear on clarify what I am. I don't have a particular niche. I am proficient
Come
as
on.
a cosmetologist. I have mastered the craft. I can
Right.
implement all services that will preserve, protect, and enhance your beauty efficiently. So if you come in here and ask me for a particular hairstyle, a particular color, I
Hmm.
can execute that
Right.
and maintain the integrity of your hair. However, I
Absolutely.
may not perform all these services because I'm highly allergic to certain
Hmm. And all service.
in telling your stylist how to style. Okay.
Hmm.
I have mastered the craft of cosmetology. I am exempt from continued education because of my qualifications in the industry. I am an educator in the industry, so I teach the subject. So
Right.
when it comes to executing the service, the actual style, I can lay out any style at any given
Hmm.
day. Like they say, well, okay, game set match. What do you want to do? I'm a
On
strong
any race of people too.
right,
Don't forget to
right.
include that.
I can execute
Hmm.
straight, curly. I understand the science of
Right.
hair, which allows me to execute the style. I work on actual real hair. So whether it's
Hmm.
curly, because some people say, well, I just style wigs. I don't need a license because I just style wigs. No, you don't need a license, but don't go don't go and try and execute this same style on someone's hair because you're not familiar. You could beat that mannequin up all day long. You could burn
Right.
her, you could fry her, you could put the color in that's damaging to the hair. You can use 40 volume on a mannequin. Excuse me. But you can't use 40 volume on an actual client. Excuse me. So we have to be mindful of how can they execute this particular service. Excuse me, guys. But
Some water.
yeah, we have to be knowledgeable. Can the person actually efficiently execute the service? So I am a skilled professional. So
Hmm.
I have a career in the beauty industry on all levels, on platform artistry, product manufacturing, coming up with your own product labor, your own product line in terms of my only challenges is getting it to the actual consumer because I was selling it, in the salon. But
Right.
it's the full scope of the beauty industry. So
Hmm.
yeah, I can help guide you where you need to be, guide your stylist where they need to be. Um, Yeah, I do need some water. All this talking. Thank you, dry throat.
Keisha
But
say,
yeah.
I forgot all about the follow up. And yes, it's the journey, coach. You started at
Mhm.
the chair, but it had led you to where you are now and where you are going.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And one of the things too that I've always been big on, because whether hairstylists, cosmetologists realize it or not, understanding the issues, because one of the things it says share knowledge openly. A lot of us don't want to share the knowledge openly. Kenya, you trying to come in? Oh, that's rain, y'all. I thought that was Ken. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. But anyway, a lot of us try to, what they call, gatekeep information
Mhm.
that actually will help you and your client.
Right.
It's just like I said earlier. It makes no sense to ask a client what's the issues you have with your hair. You do the consultation, and then they tell you all these issues. Okay, well, you may need this particular shampoo. Why would you not tell them what you're using on them, right?
Right.
Because let's say we have a client, and Don, we done had this a lot, where I have clients that travel a lot.
Mhm.
They may not can get to me, but if they can get to another sister in another city somewhere that know how to do hair, go there, because I
And
don't want her
absolutely.
to not have the access or to know the information. Say, hey, or let me call my stylist Lee. Hey, I'm over here in Detroit. I need to get my hair washed, whatever the case may be. What is it that you used on me? And I could be able
Right.
to talk to that hairstylist. A lot of you gatekeep, and then I'm like, what are you doing that for? Because that client will say, oh, let me tell you one thing about Lee. She not like that, because she cares about my hair. So that's why Don could tell you she's doing the grandmother, the mother, the
Mhm.
children, and then the
Mhm.
grandchildren, because of her character and her work
Mhm.
ethic and her relationships. She understands relationships. Let me tell you something to hairstylists. Relationships are more important than the money. Understand that, believe it or not, because the money will come. If you do right
Mhm.
and your heart is right, you do
Mhm.
right by people, the money will
Mhm.
come. If you take
Mhm.
your focus off the number and say, okay, she doing 120, that's 150, 150. Okay, I got enough to pay my rent. If
Right.
you take your mind off of that and you focus on, okay, who is that coming in? What happened to her? Oh, she just had surgery. Okay, let me set the stage.
Mhm.
You know how valuable that is, but you can't do it because a lot of you are in it for the wrong reasons.
Right.
You come on here and you looking at us and you're like, oh, all they do is bash hairstyle. No, no, no. We're not bashing you. We're trying to help you. Now I may, and I'm not gonna we're not gonna speak to you and say you get things with honey. We're giving you a little bit of honey, but we gotta be able to sting you a little bit for you to be aware.
Not
We
sting.
gotta sting you to be like, hey, your money is going to dwindle. Don, how many people you done had in your salons that, well, I already know you put them out, because I already know you. You don't play with my money, because now you affected me, right? So I already know,
Mhm.
you be like, honey, you chop chop, time to go, because I was like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
how many people that you seen that thought that they knew more than you, that came fresh out of school and they're like, oh, child, I ain't got to do all that. And then you see them long down the line, they ain't even doing hair no more. They working at the electric company or something.
I've seen stylists that have told me it don't take all that,
Uh
because
huh.
I got that in my career when I would attend hair shows and
Mm-hmm.
classes and things like that. They would say it don't take all that, and they're
Mm-hmm.
like, you go ahead and bring the information back, and then you show us the information. I always shared information. I would always go out and search for trends for our salon, and I would
Right.
bring them back because I understand everybody's not passionate about the industry, that they were actually um they just there to make the money. So I would go out and I would gather information, and I would inform my staff, because I felt like the more they knew, the stronger we were as a
Mm-hmm.
team,
Mm-hmm.
as a salon. We
Right.
we did I think they just didn't want to, once they finished beauty school, it's like I don't need to take no another class. right? But you do because you don't advance past the trend.
Right.
Those continued education classes allowed me to transition from various textures, because once
Mm.
you understand the science of
Right.
hair, it doesn't matter what hair you're doing it on, because you're adjusting the formula based on the client's texture. Okay, I know if I have to implement this haircut, I know a horizontal line is going to create weight. I know a
Right.
vertical line is going to remove weight. Um, um, Diagonal lines are going to create movement.
Mm-hmm.
So when you, the same thing applies on curly texture, straight texture, wavy texture, the same process applies. So once you understand the science, you execute the science in the practical. So
Right.
and that allows you to transition on all textures of hair because you're working within a formula. So
Mm-hmm.
you know, I think it's intimidation because when I come into a room, I'm still humble, right?
Right.
But as I
Right.
begin to speak, I intimidate a lot of stylists because
Right.
it's like if she's gonna take my client, they
Ooh.
don't wanna collaborate,
Mm-hmm.
right? I don't, I don't need you to show me up, right? You have more of the newer stylists or the ones that are in school that are a little bit more open to learning.
Right.
You can shit. I'm like, what I can tell you, bitch, is you taking those people's hair out. You understand what I'm saying? So, uh, you know, I tell you are tearing your, you don't have to listen, but your client is listening because my client here is growing, right? So all of them that fall off and say, well, I'm going here because I travel a lot, so sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I might be gone for 2 months, 3 months. So they have to find other stylists or find styles that they could kind of manage themselves. So
Right.
when we meet up again, there are a series of treatments that I have to implement to get their hair back to where they were before, we had our little separation. And they always say, Don, I blame you for this. Why you have to be gone all the time? I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
honey, I'm working. I'm not in the salon like that anymore. But this
Right.
is like I'm in an era in which it requires me to move.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not, stable or stationed in a salon anymore. You
Right.
know, but
I want to give a story real quick. I
go
remember,
ahead.
y'all, I was fresh out of
Mm-hmm.
beauty school and I went to this lady, Patty Shear Elegance in Orlando, Florida. Miss Patty had over 20 years of experience.
Mm-hmm.
And at this time, I just wanted to do hair because, I just want to do hair. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like I was
Right.
on that whole thing. Girl, fresh out
Right.
of beauty school, moved to Orlando, right? And so I never forget, she would tell us, don't touch none of my clients' hair. And if they'll walk
Mm.
in, let me see them before you do them. Child, please, she old. That's my mindset. So this lady come in, her hair is bright red, Dawn. If you were a seasoned stylist, you could be able to look at it and say she just put a color, a permanent color in the hair. Don't put no relaxer on there. The lady says to me, the client says, I need a relaxer because she had a short cut. And I was like, okay, I'm all bubbly eyed. Now Miss Patty in the other room doing the sewing. So I take the lady, I put the relaxer on the lady, right? I said, oh, I can do it fast like Miss Patty, and I'm doing my thing, right? And a time that she's like, oh, it's burning. So I get her to the bowl, Dawn. The hair just pouring in the bowl, just pouring. I'm like panicking, right? The girl, thank God the girl was toxic and dysfunctional. She was like, girl, that happened all the time. I just did a permanent color. I just didn't want you to not turn me down because I needed it's gonna fall out. And it did fall out, but Miss Patty was able to cut it and style it. And when Miss Patty was done, she came to me and she went off on me, y'all, because Miss Patty from the hood. So Miss Patty was like, "Don't you ever such and such," because you don't realize. I didn't realize. I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, I just want to do hair because I was in beauty school with all these, all Hispanic, and you got to do blow dries and roller sets and all this stuff. I just want to do some good hair and show you I know how to do the relaxing. Child needs you to be telling me. But if I would have called Miss Patty and she would have said Lethra, and she would have told the client we can't do a relaxer because you just did a permanent color on hair. She had a bleached and added thing, and my silly self put it on there. Y'all, when I tell you, I don't play about. That's why I was like, you know what? Let me get this color down pat because you ain't gonna never be able to pull that on me. I was the fact that I couldn't even identify it. I knew that was an issue. So what I did was continuing education. I said, Miss Patty, I'm gonna work here on these days, Thursday through Saturday. Sunday to Monday, I'm gonna work in the white salons, in the Caucasian salons, the Regis, because they gonna do color. We ain't gonna do, you know what I'm saying? So I can be able to start paying attention, and I know they're not gonna fire me because you know how it goes. So that's what I did. I didn't get triggered. I didn't quit and leave Miss Patty and say, "Oh, she be trying to tell me how to control in my life, and she don't want me to make no money. She jealous." That lady wasn't jealous of me. I had one client for that whole month. That lady had 100 clients in a week. You understand what I mean? She wasn't jealous, but a lot of us come in there with that mindset. So I love the fact, Don, that you said like, they be and a lot of y'all be in competition. Hairstylists be in competition with their clients. I be looking like, what is she doing? Now I done seen Don. I'm like, her husband got her a BMW. Oh, what girl, you are here to do a service. What did you all I have seen it. Listen, the salons are something else. They don't want to get me started. Let me go real quick. Let me read y'all stuff. I'm sorry. Kay's confessions. Y'all need water. I saw that. Y'all are beautiful black women. Thank you, Kay. Samson. Hi. Kay's confession. Black stylists can be selfish, Sally, just grabbing cash, not education on hair care. Boom. That was bars. Kay's confession. Keisha, that goes back to accountability. You were talking about earlier, Coach Lee. Yes, ma'am. Accountability. Keisha, speaking of trends, what is a trend that you all see now that you think will soon pass? And what is the next one if you had to guess? I think some I don't is that a trend? Those what's the thing? I'm starting to see less of those. What's that thing right there? The little mustache with the lace front, that big piece of hair. It's like a two big pieces of hair. That I,
The baby hairs.
the baby hairs, and I love what's her name? Simone said, I mean, at what age is it okay for you not to be? Should you not be wearing baby hair? I almost fell out my chair because you got to hear her say it. But I think that was a trend, and I think the whole lace front that's kind of dwindling out too. Like those the 199 lace fronts with I call it the mermaid look where it's just straight because most of the people that are doing the lace fronts, they can't cut this, they don't know how to cut commercial hair.
Right.
And when you're dealing with hair replacements, hair systems, lace fronts, those are all, we don't cut hair, we don't color hair like you would do as a regular hairstylist. That's another thing. When you go to hair club, they teach you how you have to cut the hair in order for it to look natural. So it's like you're learning all over when you get into hair replacement. And since lace fronts are a part of that, you tend to see the only thing they know how to cut is the baby hair and give you that Nike swoop or whatever that is in their head. So I think that's a trend that's going away. Don, you know another trend?
I think the bonnets are going away slowly. I think the I think the more that we talk about certain things, because you're now making the public aware of what's going on. I think the I do believe agree with you. They're gonna that because everyone's kind of talking about it, and um, you know, I know it's a clickbait type of thing, but it's real. It's and I think the trend of self care is gonna be on the rise.
Yes, I love that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I think women are taking notice. They're
Mhm.
listening. Um, you know, we have a lot of excess if we really
Right.
pay attention to what's going on. A lot of things we don't necessarily need. You don't need
Y'all
five
can come in.
ointments.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, but I was gonna say that yeah, that's the definitely trends that we want to get it. I love at the end of the year when the men they be posting, can we not have this in 2025? And they had that baby hair thing. That thing make me laugh every time. Like it's the first time seeing it. I'm like, please, for the love of God, take that out. Hmm. Right, right. That's like, let me tell you, at Hair Club, remember Hair Club was created for men. It's Hair Club for men, right? And then of course, brought in the other industry. Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. That's the dog child. The club brought in the other the hair club brought in industry for the women because we were losing our hair, right? But men, when we had to do their hair, that is like you have it's straight artistry. You have to they're very meticulous, and the biggest thing is because a lot of them, some of them are losing their hair in their early 20s, so they're not candidates to get they don't have enough donors in the back to do the actual hair care where they replace the hair, right? So they have to wear systems. You know how hard them men they can detect anything. You have to know what you're doing. It's like you have to make sure you put it on correctly. You have to make sure that it looks as natural as possible. So what Don is saying is true. Like I don't think men, and I said I did a video on it. They don't really care about you wearing it. It's just when it look all wiggy and like she said, like a helmet sitting up on your head, like you could like literally take it off. Um, it's a meme something where they say I want to run my fingers through her hair, but I need her to take her wig off of the dresser or something like that. They be having all kind of whatchamacallit. It's jokey, but it shouldn't look wiggy like that. That's all. It's nothing wrong with it. That's why I know that that lady who came on earlier, Veronica, she was triggered because and I'm like, what did he say? He said the truth. Like, you know what I'm saying? And she's like, oh, you stereotyping. We give him the material for him to be able to stereotype because that's actually what's going on. We don't want to be accountable and we don't want anybody to say nothing about us. No, no, no. That's true. That's why we having these videos. Let me go down a little bit more, Don. I'm sorry. Don, that sounds like insecurity. You don't have to come down to make other people comfortable. But I agree and understand with being humble, though. Yeah, Don is very humble, y'all. Keisha, Don, no, not that lady taking them people hair out. Keisha be ready for it. Don, do you still use esthetician skills in your present work? Absolutely, she does. I meant I forgot. I don't know who this is. What's up from Ukraine? Hi, I'm Ukraine. Keisha, wow, Coach Lee. Keisha, yes, as you were talking, I was thinking competition. And you said, yeah, it's a lot of hairstylists that be competing with their clients, which is very weird. They compete with each other in a salon, which is a normal thing because women can be catty. But I'm like, what are you competing against your client for? Like, do the lady hair and stop getting all up in this lady business or whatever. Do the person hair. Like, what is you even if you can match the person, what's going on with us with that? Keisha, yes, ma'am. These people would compete with an ant if it was big enough, girl. Oh, the baby hairs. Oh Lord, Keisha talking about the baby hairs. Emmy Lee. Okay, I'm not even gonna read that one. Hey Char M, I think they do the baby hairs to cover the lace on the wigs. Yeah, because they don't. Keisha, oh Lord, Nike swoop. Yes, Keisha, the Nike swoop. Eleanor, lace fronts will be here forever. I agree. They don't know how to cut the hair, but lace fronts takes away edges, so the wigs are here to stay. Yep. They've been here too, Eleanor, to be honest, because you think back if Supremes had wigs, they wore wigs. They wore the wigs not every day. Like we wear it like it's a part of the uniform. Like people wear wigs on special occasions or they going through some things, maybe they're going through chemo and stuff like that. But we done took the whole identity. We done said the problem is we done forgot about our hair and we just like wigs and lace fronts. That's where the issue comes in at. Oh, Eleanor says, excuse me, there's no such thing as edges, the hairline. Yes, we know in the cosmetology world it would be the hairline, but in the beauty in the beauty world where we are from, they say edges. So we let's say edges because that's how they identify. But yes, we definitely know it's a hairline. Thank you, Eleanor. Keisha, Dawn, you gonna make me shout. I am sick of these damn bonnets. If you are, hold on. If you are not jumping out of your bed and going to see about them kids or a family member in the middle of the night, put some clothes on, Lord. Um, okay, Keisha, what are you guys' opinions of the half wigs? Are they are they a yes or a no? And then Don said wigs are a part of the costume, but we forgot to take off the costume. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you, Yara. Yara says she loved my dress. Thank you. Or is it me or is it Don? Don, you wearing a dress or is that the top?
Uh, Child, it's a moo. I mean,
All right.
it's a caftan rather, and I just pinned it up.
Yeah, that's both. It's beautiful.
Thank
So,
you.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's the problem. The trend is not the lace fronts, which but them those what's those hood like the lace front like Don say like the helmet. They
Mm-hmm.
probably will step their game up more and invest more money into a more natural looking lace fronts. I think the low budget ones probably will go out. Cleopatra, right, Shar. Cleopatra wore wigs. Wigs been here at the beginning of time, right? Hey, the presidents was wearing wigs. Them George Washington, that was a wig. That wasn't that man. That man ain't had no full woolly hair like that. And Yara, both God bless you both. Oh, God bless you too, Yara. Thank you. So yeah, just pointing all these things out. Like they've been here, they're not going anywhere. I think the application, and I think like when we let you know, like those the low grade of things, people, no matter where we from, all walks of life, especially in the hood, we like nice things. They want the top notch of things. They want to be able
Right.
to sit in Don's. They want to sit in Don's chair, right? They like those things, so they're willing to invest. They just don't understand. Now, once they get the information like that right there, that hairstyle you're doing, it puts you in a certain class. So if you okay with being in that class, then that's fine, and nobody's not going to knock you for it. But if you a lot of you are saying like, I want to, I don't know, the foolishness we got going on with the high value man, and he got to be high earning, and you got to carry yourself a certain way and look a certain way if that's where you're trying to go to. Otherwise, you just live your life.
Mm-hmm.
So we have, I am, does anybody have any more questions before we ready to go ahead and close out? Oh Lord, that noise. I see that hair perfume is really popular. Huh? Is that something you all use? If you wash regularly, do you even need that? What's the purpose of hair perfume? What is that?
The purpose of the hair perfume is, you have people that go out, right?
Uh-huh.
And when you frequent bars or party places or that nightlife, casinos, because some places they still have smoke in the casino. So you have these odors that are stay in the hair. So people tend to put that in because they can't
Mm.
necessarily maybe have time for a full shampoo.
Mm-hmm.
Um, when I tell you one time I had some extensions in, and I went to this cigar bar, and when I tell you, my
Oh
hair
wow.
was fuming. I was like, oh my God, how can I get this smell out? I shampooed my hair, but it was like, it was still there. When I tell you I put Febreze in my hair, I shampooed it and I sprayed the Febreze in, and it ate this.
Whoa.
It killed the scent, the spray. I was like, oh my goodness. I didn't have. I would say be mindful. Allow it to completely dry because you don't want it to
Mm.
irritate your skin because I'm very sensitive. So,
Mm-hmm.
but when I said it wiped the scent completely out, so I could
Oh.
mist it there and allow it to to trickle down. I love smelling nice. I love great fragrances. So you got two thumbs up for me for hair fragrance.
Oh, thank you, Camaro. She was saying that too. Is basically like a dry shampoo. Because I'm like, what?
Hmm.
I didn't know about that. Like
Okay.
the whole thing. So that's cool. And I like Dawn that you kind
Hmm.
of explain. Because I'm like, I'm with Keisha. Like, why would you need it if you wash your
Hmm.
hair? You know what I mean?
Right.
But
Mhm.
that makes sense because if you in places like that,
Yeah.
and you know what I mean, and it's in you, it's trapped. It'll be trapped in your hair. Even if you wash it, you still got to figure out a way to, get that off. By the
Yeah.
way, I don't know. This is has nothing to do with hair, y'all. If you know how we use the mosquito spray, they
Hmm.
use the mosquito spray. If you have like those headlights and your headlights are real dull, if you spray the mosquito spray on the headlights, it clears. It takes all of that years
What?
of mug
I
off.
didn't know
So
that.
huh? Yeah. So I wouldn't use
Yeah, look that
mosquito
up.
spray. That's all I'm saying. If it the mosquito spray, huh?
What? Oh.
Yes, ma'am. Any kind of the mosquito sprays, yes, ma'am. So a guy was explaining it to me about my car, and I always remember
Hmm.
that. He was like, they use that on. So if they use that, and I use off a lot because I like camping and stuff, but I won't use it anymore because I'm like, well, that could cause some kind of whatever. So I just wanted to point that out since Dawn was talking about Febreze. It's kind of
Hmm.
cool, like discovering like I think it was last week or the week before last, where Dawn was talking about um detergent, washing detergent that you can use it, and I was like, I didn't know that. So it's kind of
Hmm.
cool to know like the everyday products that you may have in your house that you can use, especially when times are hard and money tight. That's cool to know that you can do that. Camaro Clinique has the best one. You talking
Hmm.
about the dry shampoo? Am I saying your name right? Camaro Leonard. Keisha, oh, okay. I always wondered about that. That was a good question, Keisha.
Hmm.
Keisha say, but my cousins be turning up, and even I enjoy going to the casino, and they do be smoking like a chimney. And oh, you're right, Keisha.
Yeah.
In there, so it makes sense to use the hair perfume. Yeah, that do make sense. Now, it makes sense if you're a person too, if you know you're gonna wash your hair.
Yeah.
Now, this is where it takes a turn for the worse. It's like you gotta explain this. It's like the lace fronts. Once they discover lace fronts, they wear lace fronts like they can't wear their own hair.
Hmm.
Same thing when it comes to the hair perfume. You got to go ahead and tell them it's hair perfume. You still
Yeah.
need to wash your hair because it's just like if you run outside. Remember, you was a kid and you run
Yeah.
outside, you get all funky, and you try to put deodorant on. Your mama say, "Get yourself in that bathroom and take a bath." It's the
Yeah.
same thing, y'all. You still need to
Mhm.
clean your hair, wash your hair. No, you should want to wash your hair. Your hair feels so good. My hair, I feel very refreshed after I
Mhm.
wash my hair. I don't understand. Only reason I know a lot of us don't like to wash our hair is because you have those hairstyles that you want to last for 2 and 3 months. So you get upset when someone tells you you need to wash your hair. And I'm telling you, the man may not tell you, or whoever you're dealing with may not tell you, but I'm telling you, it's bad. When I worked in hair club, I have had women, because I worked on the hair and the hair part for the women, right? And I remember women that they were supposed to come in. It's like monthly. You have to come in and get the maintenance. We got to take it off. We got to clean the system. We got to clean your head, put it back on, blah, blah, blah. Right? Monthly or every 2 weeks. And they wouldn't come for months at a time until the system is beat up and everything. The hair, they start losing the hair from whatever they're doing, right? So the hair, the knots come loose or whatever. And they would come in, and I'm telling you, I had this one lady, when I take her hair off, I say I'll be right back. I hold my breath when I actually lift it off, and we have to take it to another area where we clean the heads and stuff like that. And I'm telling you, I had to leave the door open, and the front desk was like, "You can't leave the door open." I said, "I cannot walk in there. That's how bad it is. That's
Wow.
2 and 3 months of smell with a system." And y'all, you guys, and it's a lace front in the front, but it's a system on the back. It has polyurethane in the back, so it's a different structure. It's an actual real system, not the lace fronts. Lace fronts are actually supposed to be used temporarily, but you guys
Mhm.
lace fronts for months at a time, which is ludicrous to me. Camaro, yes, ma'am, you're saying right. Okay. Who is this? Light, are you married? Okay. Camaro Leonard, some women stop taking care of their natural hair a lot. Yeah, that's the problem. I thought Coach Lee almost said you need to wash. I'm gonna show that. Keisha, you're washing your ass. Primarily because of these lace wigs. Yes. Sindal, I love this. We need to have these conversations. Absolutely. Oh wow. Yes, Sin, you're right. Yeah, this is what our channel is about. We're talking about the stuff. This is the stuff that hairstylists talk about amongst each other. And what we're doing is combining the clients in so you can understand and you get to tell us what you're talking about. So it's a great conversation. It helps us grow. It exposes things, right? And
Mhm.
we stop doing them. It's like, oh, I don't have to do that. Here's another way of doing it. And y'all, please do not kill me. I'm going to put it on the community to tomorrow. I've done, I forgot all about the community. I am going to have the community up. It is going to be Beauty Pioneers. It's going to be on
Mhm.
Facebook. And you will be able to join there. And in that community, it's more in depth. It's more where we can be open in a private area. And those of you that are going on hair journeys, restoring hair, want to have healthy hair, self care. Dawn's going to have some great surprises for you guys as well. You're going to be able to talk to different people in the industry that you'll be amazed at some of the things you think you're learning from us. Just imagine not just us, but hearing from other experts who've been in the industry for many years or who's new in the industry that are doing their thing and just pouring into you guys. So that community will be here tomorrow. I know every day I was like I was like, Don, what's this and that? And we just been really, really booked and slammed. But I will post it in the community, all the information for you guys to do, and I will do it tomorrow evening. Okay. Someone
Mhm.
gate keeps too much and it hurts our sisters. Absolutely, Camaro. I'm new here. Why? And enjoy your content. Thank you, Camaro. Hey guys, if you go to the description, you'll see in there we have Beauty Pioneers. If you guys are looking for one-on-one, you can click click that link, the email, and you can send in and whoever you request that you want to do a one-on-one. Maybe you are thinking about going back and restoring your hair, getting your hair back. Maybe you have hair, but you have some issues going on, dandruff, psoriasis, different things like that, and you just need to a consultation. And then maybe also we do have packages that can help you along your journey to restore hair. Please click that link and you send an email there. I am on Ask the Licensed Cosmetologist. I'm offering one-on-ones. Right now, all I have open is the weekends, which you can do the morning, and I'm as early as 7 a.m. All right, for those of you that want to do Saturday and Sunday. And please, if you're new to the channel, that means you guys have not signed up for Beauty Pioneers channel. That's where we actually want to go live. I need you guys to click the link for Beauty Pioneers and go ahead and subscribe there. When you subscribe there, we need 28 more people to subscribe there so we can go live on there and not Ask a Licensed Cosmetologist. I love that you guys are here, but I need you guys on Beauty Pioneers so we can just get everything going, right? By the way, ladies, looks so regal. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I must go. Don, any last words? Baby daddy, anything like that?
Uh,
Oh, Camaro, the link is already posted in the description up under this video. Yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed you guys. I hope to see you next week. If you have any questions for me, just drop them in the comments, and I could address them on the next show. Nice to nice to stand to see hear from Keisha. It's always a pleasure.
It is always a pleasure with my Keisha. She comes in, she pop in, she takes very good care of us. Um, who is this? Electrical New. Okay. And Shar, shout out to you. Please, I enjoy y'all lives. Have a blessed one. And also remember when we go into the Facebook community for Beauty Pioneers, that will be, you'll have more live discussions. So trust me, you guys definitely want to subscribe to that in the Facebook. We love you guys. Wow, it's like I don't want to hang up because there's so many people coming in, but I have to go because I have to finish my own videos and get things cracking, y'all. Anything else? Any more questions? Be safe, y'all. Have a good night. You too, Keisha. We love you guys.
Love
Smooches.
you.
Bye. Don, behave. I'm calling you. Bye.
Yes.